Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game. Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Hello and welcome here to Kingsport, Tennessee. This is the Southeastern Sports Network, and you are getting ready to watch Northwestern take on Bluefield here in game number 2 here on Court B. Want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth. This is Gary Justice. I am Matt Kibbe, and Gary, this game is a game for Northwestern to really get better for their conference play, but for Bluefield, they got a chance to show something here.
And definitely, Cody, the Northwestern Iowa, they're ranked 8th in the country. They picked up a 14-point victory over the 9th-ranked Cumberland Patriots yesterday. A very talented team, 3 of the best players you'll see in the entire country, and 2 brothers. And then Bluefield has an opportunity, like I said, they can put their name on the national map here if they come up with an upset here in Kingsport.
It would be a massive upset. Bluefield is 1-5 after they lost to Mobile yesterday, 82-64. Northwestern had a top 10 matchup against Cumberland. They won that game 88-74.
Talented players. You'll be seeing number 11, 33, and 42 in white a lot, and that is Jalen Langsey, who is a freshman, averaged 19 points per ball game. 33 is Alex Van Kelsbeek. He's a junior, averaged 20 points per ball game. And 42 is Jesse Van Kelsbeek, a freshman. He's averaging 20 points per ball game as well.
This is a good team. I talked to Coach Chris Covert before the game, as we are now underway, just like we do. We have 15 minutes now between games, which is a nice added 5 minutes to talk to both coaches. But talking to Chris Covert before the game, he talked about how this team is really developing. I asked him, I said, Coach, there's an argument to be made that there is not, as there's an early foul and one. Van Kelsbeek is the one that gets the and one. The foul was on DeAndre Miles. I said, Coach, there's an argument to be made that there is not 7 teams better than you. He said, you know what? There is that argument, but we have to prove that, and we have to show these voters on the NAIA committee for the coaches poll that we are the best team in the country.
That's an opportunity to get here. We're playing the show.
3-ball good for Lanier Young.
A freshman who he got the start today, played extremely well in the second half yesterday from another freshman, number 4, Suber. who got the start. I really like those two guys. Positive start here for the Bluefield Rams.
Van Kalsbeek is incredible down low. He has all 5 points here, but it's a 5-3 game.
A little different lineup today for Bluefield compared to yesterday. I know Coach Morgan wasn't satisfied with the effort he saw in the first half yesterday. These 5 on the floor really brought it in that second half yesterday. Got rewarded with the start today.
Tyler Schubert just misses off from 3. This is what you're going to see a lot of from this young team. They're dealing with a lot of injuries as well, so they're relying a lot on their youth. Van Kalsbeek, this is Jesse, who just missed. That's the brother.
Yeah, his brother Alex was a second-team All-American last year. He's currently 7th in school history in points scored.
You mentioned All-American last year, but he's a 3-time All-American too. So just the ability to be down low and also now play with your brother here at Northwestern College. He's out beyond the arc in an uncomfortable position as he tries to get down to the post. Long pass over to the far side here with Lefevre. Now it's a stretch play back for Bluefield, the Rams of Bluefield, as that one kisses in. And it was Wiggins who found the twine there to make it a 5-5 game.
Wiggins averages 10 points per ball game. Know what to do with the basketball on that one. The finish with the left hand.
Wiggins, the senior, too. One of the leaders. Lefevre pulls up from just beyond the top of the key, and whoa! That was a play to look at by Alex Van Kalsbeek, who was going over the top, doesn't get called for the over the back, and then swats it back to hit it off of a Bluefield player and keep possession of the ball.
Looks like he just floated. He jumped in the air and just kind of stopped and just hit it off the defender.
There's a nice shot from Van Kalsbeek. He's got all 7 for Northwestern. I can only imagine that the NAIA Hoops Report is watching this game right now saying this is the best player in the country.
Again, I've seen a couple of the guys yesterday, some talented players here at the show. If you want to see some talented players, tune in all day long. There's also a young man named Urza McKenna, who is a talented player as well.
Here's a drive by Jesse Van Kalsbeek. He puts it in, and Van Kalsbeek's all over the place with points. They have 9 between the two of them. Good start here. Bluefield, though, down by 4. They've taken a couple of threes, found some openings, trying to find the weak point in this Northwestern defensive stand. Back out to 3. McKinney puts one up. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound, Van Kalsbeek. He keeps it inbounds and gets it quickly up to Langsley, who heads in, gets it swatted away, but a foul will be called. And that was a good job by Langsley to get it up.
Only a freshman from Spokane, Washington, averaged 19 points per ball game. Very impressed with him yesterday. Knows how to get to the bucket. He also has a good, nice outside shot, playing with the left hand. Plays very aggressive.
So Northwestern at the line for the first time here today. Actually, the second time. There was an and one for Van Kalsbeek. That's the first make here for Langsley. You know, Chris Covert, in his 25th season, Gary.
He is actually in the top 4 as far as career wins, over 550 career wins at his time at Northwestern.
Langsley goes 2 for 2 at the line.
He's only made 19 trips to the NAIA National Championship.
Also an alma mater of Northwestern, so doing everything for his own school. Graduated in 1992.
I'm not going to say anything.
There's a nice make from Van Kalsbeek. On the other side, it's Richard Morgan, who's in his 15th season at the helm. He's a graduate of Virginia in 1989. And there's another shot make from mid-range, Justin Wiggins. He's putting together a quality start here to this game. He's got 4.
Yeah, he's a shot maker. I'm very impressed with him yesterday as well. You got a couple guys will bring off the bench later on who's pretty good basketball players too.
Van Kalsbeek, nice jumper, and Alex has 11 already.
Their size is so hard to deal with, and especially with with Jesse and Alex, and both those guys are so athletic. They can get to the bucket when they need to, but they also hit the jumper. Got a nice post game as well.
Here's McKinney trying to go on the reverse lane, can't get to it, and it's a little bit too far out in front for, I don't have a 33 on my roster. That's going to be a problem. Justin Johnson, that is.
We talked about Coach Richard Morgan. Of course, Bluefield located in Bluefield, Virginia. Coach Richard Morgan played on those University of Virginia teams back in the late 80s. That was so a nice run of success. Wiggins will miss the jumper. Super will come away with the offensive rebound.
There's a drive. That is a great defensive stand because it turns into a jump ball with Zach Lefebvre getting a hand on it. Possession arrow keeps it with Bluefield.
Farrell Fields will check in for the Rams. Again, he another left-handed player who played extremely well yesterday. Bluefield had a tough matchup against the Mobile Rams yesterday as a battle of the Rams on Friday night.
Three ball up and just off the mark. It misses wide, and it will be in the hands of Caleb Booth. From up here in the booth, watching this quality matchup between Northwestern and Bluefield University. Three ball good for Jalen Langsey.
He knows how to put the ball in the bucket. Nice job. Nice compliment to their post game.
Here's a drive, put up, block by Zach Lefebvre, and this defense is one that constantly pressures you when you go to the hoop. It is not easy to drive the lane.
You know, Matt, the thing with Northwestern, they average 97 points per ball game. They only allow 68. They did such a good job offensively, but defensively as well.
That one's up, loose, picked up by Bluefield. Kick out to three. Here is Lanier Young. He drives. Now it's off with Tyler Suber. It's kicked back. Rebound stays with it. Free throw line shot misses. Rebound Van Kelsbeek, and he'll bring it up, turn into the point guard here. Kelsbeek drives, 2 steps, fouled, and it's going to be on Justin Johnson.
And Kelsbeek did it a couple of times yesterday. Brought the basketball forward. Very confident with the basketball, too. One of those things, he would cross guys over. What an advantage you have there where you can run your guards down maybe on a break and you have your forward or your center, depending on what position he's playing on the floor with the personnel, bringing the ball to the floor.
13:51 left to go. It's a 21-7 game. Bluefield here is 1-4 on the season, so just trying to turn it around. Talking to Coach Morgan before the game, he said, you know, we're a young team, but dealing with the injuries, a lot of adversity we've had to go with. This is a test for our guys to get ready for conference play. They're going to face one of the best teams in the nation, and now you get to learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, I see 2 starters sitting over there who started yesterday, sitting on the bench in street clothes, won't be playing today.
It was one of them, Elijah White, who is dealing with a bone bruise, and if you've ever dealt with a bone bruise, you know why he is in street clothes. Kick back out, 3 ball from the lefties off the mark. That was Farrell Fields, who tried to get it, long pass out for Northwestern and almost pulled up for 3. He will pull up for 3. Alex Van Kelsbeek has a 3 ball that's off the mark. Rebound goes to Bluefield. The Rams will try and bring it down, trying to butt heads here with Northwestern. Pull up from the elbow, in and out, and those are tough. Those are good shots. They're just not falling here early for Bluefield. Missile pass there to get it over to the far side with Kellerman, and then a kick back here to Langsey. He'll pull up from 3. Lefty shot off the front of the rim. Rebound down low. Offensive foul. That's going to be on Van Kelsbeek down low.
We've been talking about Northwestern this morning. They play out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference preseason poll that is ranked 2nd in their conference. Concordia's 1st. Nice size school, enrolling around 1,700 students in Orange City, Iowa. Of course, Bluefield play out of the Appalachian Athletic Conference, so they'll be back here in this conference center in March for their postseason tournament. That enrollment's around 991 students.
Bluefield looking to drive here. with Jaron Washington Thomas. Kick back out. Suber pulls up from the elbow off the back of the rim. Picked up here by Carter Van Hulsen. And then it's going to go out. They will stay with Northwestern, the Raiders.
So far, Northwestern getting the job done on the defensive end. Helped Bluefield to 3 of 16 so far. They're shooting an 8 of 12 from the floor itself.
Northwestern on that 9-0 run. Langsley from 3 with a shot that goes in and out. It will go back to Bluefield here, trying to score for the first time in 4 minutes. There's a 3 ball. That one's good for Fields. The freshman finds the twine.
You got a nice young crew. Field, Suber, and Young.
Back over, Bluefield gets it back on the turnover. Second turnover of the game for Northwestern. Here's another drive, lay-in with the right. That's a beautiful play by Tyler Suber. And a timeout's going to be taken by Northwestern in this 10-point game, 22-12. Is the score, 11:22 remaining. And it will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. Gives us a chance to talk a little bit more. Also want to introduce the officials. We have Chuck Evans, Cam Fitcher, and Chris Fuller are the officials today. They'll have another game. I think it's going game off, game on. So we'll have our crew from game 1 back for game number 3 today.
The Digest crew yesterday afternoon as well on Court A did a good job. And again, I've been impressed with all the officials we've seen so far. Of course, one of the premier events on the NAIA level here at Kingsport, called the NAIA The Show. They brought some of the best officials around. Also, the challenge here for Northwestern, of course, they're 10 points here with 11:22 to play in the first half, is they want to play efficient offensively. They also work on the defensive end. And for Coach Morgan, dealing with some injury, he had a couple of guys who were on preseason AAC watch list who are not playing day due to injury. It's an opportunity to expand that roster a little bit to the depth as far as the bench gets a few guys a little bit more run they normally get.
Point out I'm from Michigan, so this is important to me, but kickoff about to happen in the game. So if I get distracted, that's why.
Are you not talking about the Louisville UK game?
You know, that might be more appropriate for this area that we're in here in Kingsport. That was a great shot. Washington Thomas going to the line for an and one.
Graduate student from Athens, Georgia. Nice job playing through the contact and getting the bucket and the finish. Yesterday's game in Bluefield and Mobile. Mobile, again, another very talented team, ranked 18th in the country. Bluefield struggled with their athleticism yesterday. It's like today they're not playing as intimidated as they did play in the first half yesterday. As they was going off to halftime yesterday, Coach Morgan was not pleased with this team. Starting this morning or this afternoon, a little bit more intensity from the Rams.
They got they got one of the toughest draws here in the show, going against number 18 and now number 8 in the country. Another one missed. That's a rare miss from Van Kelsbeek, but he stays with it, gets the rebound, now goes up, and that one falls out.
He thought it was in. He was already running back.
After getting a couple boards for himself, ends up missing, and now just an 8-point game here again. That lead got all the way out to 15 points. There's a turnover, though, for Northwestern.
Lanier Young is going to check back in as Fields will check out. I don't think Coach Morgan was pleased with the shot selection on that one. Swing the basketball in the middle. Nice ball movement from the Raiders.
There's a drive, put up, rebound Van Kelsbeek, and he'll put it right back in.
Bluefield showing some nice physicality here this afternoon.
Suber will bring it up for Bluefield. 9:50 left to go here in this first half of play. Rear change for us. I know, Gary, you were over on 4A, so you had all the men yesterday. 4B, we're going from women's games yesterday, which used the quarter system, to the men's games today that are 2 halves. That's going to be out of bounds. It will be staying with Northwestern here after the fall over the sideline.
Do you ever see the men's game at the collegiate level going to the quarter system? They're the only level basketball they do not use quarter system.
Right. I think it's heading that way. I think they're still using the data from the women's games to kind of make the point, but I think we are heading that way, especially in this media day and age where those TV contracts are making a ton of money. They want as many breaks as possible. And you get a couple more with the quarter system. That one's off the mark. Rebound, no. It's going to be a foul instead, so Alex Van Kelsbeek will head to the line for 2 shots.
Of course, the debate there is in the quarter system, you take out the 1-and-1. Everything is 2 free throws, and you take out the 7 fouls and 10 fouls, the bonus and the double bonus.
Yeah, it's only 5.
It's only 5.
It's only 5 per quarter.
And it's 2 free throws at all times.
First one good for Van Kelsbeek.
And also some conferences have media timeouts and some conferences do not have media timeouts at the NAIA level. So some coaches like that extra timeout to have between quarters.
You lose a timeout that you can call yourself because you get the media, but you have a guaranteed stoppage at those under marks. You only get 4. When the media timeouts are in play, you only get 4. When they're not, you have 6. This tournament does not have media timeouts, even though we do take some, but they're not official media timeouts. There's a nice lay in there for Jesse. The freshman now coming in and playing with his brother, who's listed as a junior.
I like this young man with the basketball for Bluefield. He's got a little juice to his game. Got to the rim a couple of times and his time on the floor for Bluefield.
3 ball rolls in and out from Lanier Young. There's a quick movement back out to the corner with Booth. Booth gets it down to Jesse. Jesse off the back of the rim and out. Booth will keep it in, but he actually ends up stepping out on the jump to throw it back into play. Would have been a nice save, but Bluefield will get it back.
Booth, the junior from Carroll, Iowa. Excellent outside shooter.
Eight minutes left to go here in this first half. 27-14 is our score. We're coming off of a great game with IU Kokomo and Campbellsville. IU Kokomo ended up taking that one at the buzzer. After not leading since the 2 minutes gone in the first half, they won that game.
Instant classic, that's for sure.
There's a traditional Northwestern possession. Get it down low and let Van Kelsbeek do what he does best. Lay in there. He's got 18.
Watch on the basketball on the offensive end for the Raiders. It does not come to a stop. It's constant movement with the basketball.
Bluefield with it. 3 ball pull up here for Young. Young just in and out, and this has been a tough shooting spree for Bluefield. They are 2 from 12 from beyond the arc. There's a lay-in wedgie. Creates a jump ball, and Bluefield will get it back here. No, possession keeps it with Northwestern after the wedgie. Open 3 ball for Langsy. It's off and out. It looked like it almost bounced back in, but falls to the side. Bluefield will get it back here. 29-16 is our score. Top of the key, off the back. It can't go in, and Bluefield just getting open looks. Haven't been able to get the ball to bounce their way yet.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of getting the looks they want. It's just they got to get the ball to go through the bucket.
There's a nice defensive play there by Justin Johnson. Picked up by Justin Wiggins, and Bluefield will look to set up their offense here. Running it through Lanier Young. It goes back to Wiggins. Wiggins wants to find an opening. Will pull up from 3. Another lefty 3. That one is good. It's a 10-point game.
confident stroke from Wiggins. Give him 7 here in the first half in 8 minutes.
Moving the ball around. Very limited dribbles here on this possession. I'm counting 8 passes so far, 9 passes, now a dribble. 10th pass with 9 seconds left on the shot clock for 3 off the mark.
That is today's basketball with the very efficient offensive clubs. The ball doesn't touch the ground. It's the pass moves the basketball much quicker than the dribble.
Here's a reference if you were watching our last game, but you know what reminds you of often and really where that trend really picked up was Bellarmine.
Correct, that's exactly right, Scott Davenport.
That offense has become a trend just like the 2-3 zone created by Jim Boeheim. Now a man-to-man is more common, but...
Of course, being a UK basketball fan, Coach Mark Post brought that same philosophy to Lexington.
Booth from 3, but you can see the game ever-changing here. And we're going to get a timeout here taken by Bluefield, down by 13. Gary, the game continues to change everywhere, and I believe this was a 30-second timeout. We're going to make an adjustment here. It is a full media timeout, so we're going to take it with them and give ourselves a little bit of a break. It is 32-19. We'll talk more about the game changes here in college basketball when we come back here. You're watching SESN.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back here to Kingsport, Tennessee for the NAIA The Show, presented by Visit Kingsport. That's Gary Justice. I'm Matt Kibbe. Excited to have you along here. Number 8 team in the country, Northwestern Raiders, taking on the Bluefield University Rams in what is a game that has been all Northwestern, but Bluefield has had some moments of glory.
It definitely is a situation where you have guys who starters are out today due to injury. You got young players starting in place. Those guys started 3 freshmen today. I think Coach Morgan has to be pleased with his team effort here. Only down by 13 with 5:22 to play in the first half. Big first half for Alex Van Kelsbeek as well. 18 points, 10 rebounds already in the first 15 minutes of the first half.
Absolutely insane numbers. He's on the watch list. If he's not already, he should be for Player of the Year.
Yes. He's on my watch list, that's for sure.
Shot just over the mark. Have to get it back up. It doesn't hit off the rim. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Possession goes back to Northwestern. It was Caleb Morgan, who is the son of Coach Richard Morgan, playing in this game, the junior from Bluefield, West Virginia, of course, where this coaching staff is from.
And also Luke Korver, coach, plays for Northwestern. He's the son of Coach Chris Korver as well. 2 talented coaches, 2 talented programs.
Bluefield trying to kind of fix the narrative. Coach is, before the season started, was 2 games above 500. That's fallen now here with this season, but he's been so good and consistently trying to get this team better and better over his 15 years as the head coach.
He's battled. I mean, he's been there for a long time. He's a Bluefield guy through and through. Nice enough from DeAndre Miles. But Coach Morgan, he's played at the highest level. He's played professionally overseas. He's coached a lot of guys who's played overseas as well. So he's definitely the right man to run the program for Bluefield.
Back in here, Langsley gets it around, going to Geeds, down low to Van Kelsbeek, and that one's blocked. Good defense there by Bluefield, but it goes right back to Kelsbeek. There is a goaltending. That's going to be on DeAndre Miles. It looked like he might have got up, but that ball had to hit its apex and started coming down.
Yeah, that is such a tough call there. Like you see that on, watching NBA games or the highest level of college basketball, where the guys who can really get above the rim. That's a hard call to make. It's like, when does it reach the peak? When is it coming down? I think it's the right call by the officials there to give Van Kelsbeek 20 points and 11 rebounds here in the first half.
It was Chris Fuller who made the call here on the near side. That official, again, we've had some great officiating. That was, I think, in my eyes, from my vantage point, a good call on the goaltending, but I'll give credit to DeAndre Miles. He got up.
He got up. He challenged the shot.
Back out, Bluefield with it. Shot up, off the mark. Again, another good look, just can't get the bucket to fall for Lanier Young. Back over, trying to find an opening in his booth, gets it back. He'll kick it out for Langsy. Langsy takes the shot, it's good from 3. That is a good ball movement, good shot from Northwestern.
He is so good at shooting the basketball, only a freshman as well. His second three-point make here in the first half, 8 points in 13 minutes. Again, this Northwestern club is top to bottom, inside, outside. He got good ball handlers. They're going to be a tough out come March.
Nice spin move, drive can't finish though. Northwestern will get it back. That was Tyler Owens. Actually, sorry, that was DeAndre Miles. Northwestern will slow things down. 2:30 left to go here. Open 3 for Booth, and it's good.
Such good ball movement for Northwestern. They get the basketball in that short corner on the left side. So will set his feet, square his shoulders. Ball finds the bottom of the bucket.
Connor Geeds hits his 3. That was Geeds' first bucket. Now he's 1 for 1. And it was the 3-point variety, so a good shot there. Another one missed for Bluefield. It's off of a Bluefield defender there on the rebound. It's going to stay or be given to Northwestern, and we'll see subs coming in with 2 minutes left in this first half.
Northwestern starting to really take control of the ball game. A little 8-0 run last couple of minutes. Clock action.
Currently the largest lead in this game, 19 points.
Bluefield's going to a little zone defense if they can flash a little different look at the Raiders.
Ball movement here, Langsley another 3, he hits, and there's not much you can do when he's 3 feet away from the line and hits it.
He looks for that shot too. It's not one of those things he hesitates. He wants the ball reversal, he wants the basketball in his hands. He's ready to execute.
Langsley's got 11, he's shooting 50% from 3. Another one out, 43-21 is our score. Another walk in, picked up here by Carter Van Hulsen. Another 3 from Langsy, he's good again. What a run here that Jalen Langsy is on here in the last few moments. He is 3 of his last 4 from three-point land.
And he doesn't look surprised at all. He's like, hey, I make these shots every day.
Here's a 3 from Bluefield. Rebound is picked up by Carter, the 6'6" junior for this Northwestern team. Langsley asked for it back, and now Gates takes a 3. He hits! 17-0 run in the last 3 minutes and 49 seconds. 22-5 in the last 7:22.
That's what this team can do. They can make the shot outside. They can go inside, outside, and they even did this against the number 9 ranked team yesterday, Cumberland Patriots. They on a little bit of a run there. He started stretching out that ball game too. So it's not just against Bluefield. It's against the top 10 teams in the country. I'm telling you, there's 7 better teams in this Northwestern club in the country. I'd have a hard time believing it.
It is 49-21 here on SCSN. Northwestern running away with this one. 34 seconds left in the first half. We'll be right back on SCSN. Welcome back here to Kingsport, Tennessee. We got a good showing here for the number 8 team in the country. It's 49-21. Northwestern is 6 of their last 7 from 3, and it's been Connor Geeds and Jalen Langsey.
They're shooting open jumpers like nobody's around us, and of course they're contested threes, but they're just like there's nobody on us. They're just shooting it with a confident stroke right now.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. It's Bluefield with it. They can basically take this down to the final shot. Pass over. It's going to be Pharaoh Fields with it, then back over to Tyler Suber. Fields gets it back. Washington Thomas looking for an opening. Has to drive. 6 seconds left on the floor. Picked up by Northwestern. The shot clock will go off, so it's a shot clock violation with 3 seconds left. Last shot will be for Northwestern. I can only imagine who they're going to go to here. Either number 11 or number 3, or they'll just go down to the big man who stands at 6 feet 6 inches tall, Alex Van Kelsbeek. So 3 seconds left here on the inbound. There's the opening. 2 seconds left. Long three from Van Kelsbeek and just off the mark. That would have been an unreal way to end this first half of play. 49-21 is our score, Gary, and it's a good showing so far for Northwestern, but Bluefield has had some positives.
Definitely. They got a lot of young players getting a lot of good run here in the first half, and they showed some guys who are playing very confidently. They've done a good job taking care of the basketball. They only turned it over 3 times in this first half. This Northwestern crew is really good. Made 7 threes in this first half, shooting 53% from the field. Town Ball Club.
First half is in the book. It's 49-21 in favor of Northwestern. We're going to step aside for halftime. When we come back, it will be the second half of action between the Northwestern Raiders and the Bluefield University Rams. You're watching SESN.
Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at SESNsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime.
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
I never put the pronouns before. Then what is it, Union? Cumberland. We'll have two we have a receiving vote versus the top team, and then two receiving votes.
My notepad called many bodies, screenshots saw plenty problems, voice notes bag plenty hotties. Can't just talk to me like anybody, man. You know that I'm a somebody, and the baby back, she got a drum body. Bunch of feelings I just couldn't shake. Disrespect I just shouldn't take. You just couldn't see the good and drink. 4 months, not a long time, but somebody just couldn't wait. You broke my heart, you broke my heart. Yeah. Careers on shelves like Amazon distribution center. And I really hate the pump roast me for a dirty word. I'd rather do it by myself. My tour rider leave a lazy. Dizzy down my tracks and when the hair salon is busy. Over days like a river, Mississippi. Pretty like I sing with pretty Ricky. Yeah. Got that hand lips and sticky nails done, but my trigger finger is pressing over. It's getting tricky. People love to diss me out here. Every single day, man, I'm all ears like I took a fan and diss me. This is one way to tell me that you miss me. Yeah. You broke my heart. I read my doubts about you from the start. Push the age I learned. Always spreading the nerve. You wanna smoke with me first, but it's one go. Yeah. It's one go hurt. Damn, that boys, I've been representing since birth. Yeah, I forgot bad guys, but I'm about to lay down first. I straight your day to me, the mistakes make our hearts. That affect everybody in me. Scream my mind.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains.
Welcome back here to the show in Kingsport, Tennessee, presented by Visit Kingsport. Northwestern Raiders taking on the Bluefield University Rams. It's been all Northwestern. 49-21 is our score. But Bluefield has had some positives. They've had some shots that have been open looks. Gary Justice, Matt Kibbe along with you. And Gary, for Bluefield, they just need shots to fall here in the second half.
They went 9 of 35 in the first half, 25%, 3 of 16 from deep. Did a nice job of taking care of the basketball with only 3 turnovers. However, or beat on the boards as well. They got out rebounded 31-12. Again, they started 3 freshmen today. Coach Morgan's going to look for a kind of springboard this into his future for the rest of the season. Without 2 starters today, and also I haven't seen McKinney a whole lot this afternoon. He'll get started in the second half, though.
Early foul, but I think you're seeing a lot of fresh faces come in for this Bluefield team that has been really trying to find an identity after dealing with some injuries early in the season and dealing with injuries here at the show. And they had one of the toughest draws of any tournament, or of any team in this tournament, if you will. Number 18 in Mobile, and now number 8 in Northwestern. Here's a quick drive from Lefebvre, and it's knocked away. It's going to stay with Northwestern.
This Northwestern team is extremely talented. And you see the points they score, and they score close to 100 points per ball game on the defensive end. I think they get the job done. That's how it's going to separate them come March.
They had a high of 120 points versus Mayville State, North Dakota, that is, back on November 9th. And their last game before the show was against Midland. They scored 105 in that contest. And then yesterday against Cumberland, just a mere 88.
Just a mere 88. Against the number 9 ranked team in the country.
We'll actually see Cumberland. They're playing here on floor B next game. We've had some really good games so far. This is our second game of the day. It started with IU Kokomo versus Campbellsville.
Yeah.
It's blanking now. We have so many teams, but that one ended in a buzzer beater. Well, essentially a buzzer beater. There was a last chance effort for Campbellsville, but IU Kokomo escaped with that one. Now Northwestern taking on Bluefield. We still have a couple more games after this. We have 7 games on this floor today.
Some talented teams upcoming. Got 2 teams next, and Patriots, who's ranked 9th in the country, taking on Alpha Maria, who's receiving votes in the national polls. That comes up after this one.
There's a quick foul, and hands were straight up, but DeAndre Miles is going to get called for the foul.
Looking over Coach Corver's career accomplishments his time at Northwestern, 48 players have been earned All-American honors. More importantly, he said 49 players named NAIA Scholar Athletes. Getting the job done in the classroom.
You talked to him before the game, and I said, everything that you've done for your alma mater, and you're in your 25th season, like, what do you like the most? And he says, we're just trying to build young men into quality men, whether that be on the floor, off the floor, in life, in their future marriages, their friends and family. They want them to be the highest regarded character once they leave the Northwestern program. And I think you really see that in 25 seasons that Coach Cover has been there. There's the slam delivered by Zach Lefebvre.
The focus is not just basketball, it is after basketball. It's not, it's not the 4 years you're Raiders the 40 years afterwards.
There's a 3-ball off the mark for Bluefield. Booth gets it out. Langsy, who has been good in the first half, had 14 points, most of them off of the 3-ball. And there is Van Gelsbeek, who it's just so hard to stop. There's never a good matchup no matter who you have on the floor. Bluefield just won't have much of an answer for him. There's a 3-ball again off the mark. They're finding great looks. You can't get mad about the looks that Bluefield has been able to find. There's another one from Klangsbeek that's just off the mark, but they're just not falling. Open look threes. There's a drive. There's a beautiful basket. If it goes, it doesn't. And Northwestern going to take the long pass and the easy lay-in for Alex.
What I like about Bluefield, the score is lopsided right now, but they're still playing confidently. They got the basketball. They got people looking for their shot.
Bluefield's going to take the timeout. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. So with them taking a full timeout, we will as well here on SESN. It's 57-21 here between Northwestern and Bluefield.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back here to Kingsport, Tennessee. Northwestern currently on a 25-0 run here in this second half that started way back in the first. They've been so good offensively, but Bluefield just hasn't been able to hit some shots. But a game that both teams are looking to just clean up everything to get ready for conference play.
Definitely Bluefield, the size of the conference for the Appalachian Athletic Conference, it really limits how many non-conference games those members can play. And it's an opportunity for Bluefield to play two highly ranked teams to come in. And when you play better competition, Matt, it magnifies what your deficiencies are. And Coach Morgan just gathering a lot of data how he can compete at a high level in the AAC.
The Great Plains Conference that Northwestern is also a very large conference. They've already played 3 conference games before coming in to Kingsport. That one's going to stay in and then kick off.
Great Plains have a lot of good teams out there at Concordia, Northwestern, of course. Dordt's a very good team out of Iowa as well, and on the men's and the women's side. A lot of good basketball being played up in the Great Plains.
All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's games will be archived inside of the app or platform where you viewed it and will be available for replay. This is a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network. 16:48 left to go. Foul down low, and it's going to stay with Northwestern.
Also very thankful for the Southeast Sports Network being able to provide this a free stream, not behind a paid wall.
Excited to have all of our viewers. I think a lot of people are going to stay for the games coming up here on Floor B. But Floor A has also had some really good matchups as well. You had some good ones last night. You were over on Floor A all day.
Well, during the halftime just now, I was taking a peek over on Floor A, and then defending national champion Freed Harbin's playing over right now against, I forgot who they're playing though. Playing IU East. I had to think about so many games and so many teams.
There are 30 total teams here, 22 on the men's side, 8 on the women's side. We'll have women's action here, the last game of the night on Floor B. But all highly touted teams. There's currently a wait list on the men's side to be a part of the show here in Kingsport. Another one back out. This is the number 8 team in the country taking on Bluefield University. The Rams with possession. Knocked off and shots just not going. Can't say much else than that. They are shooting 22% on the floor. They are 9 of 40. Back down low. Tied up. No jump ball called. Possession would have stayed with Northwestern, but Bluefield gets it back. Ball loose, picked up. Washington Thomas with it. Back out to 3. Shot up, just missed. There's another 3. Caleb Booth, who has hit a couple of shots. That's his second 3 of the day. He's got 6.
That's the 8th made 3 for Northwestern. He does such a good job of just rotating the basketball and finding open looks.
5 minutes have gone by here in this second half of play. Northwestern has done everything right. They are a well-oiled machine. And Jesse Van Kelsbeek, who is the freshman playing in some minutes, you're going to see mass subs coming in for Bluefield. They are going to empty the bench here in a 62-21 game. With drive, there's a foul. It's on Van Kelsbeek, Alex, that is. I think you're going to see both teams start to empty the bench here, Gary. Got to find something that's going to stick for the rest of the way.
Exactly. Trying different things. It's an opportunity here with 14 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in this one to try different combinations on the floor. We'll get there and go to a couple of different guys. There's a smaller lineup, a larger lineup. What can we do to try to prepare you? You know, Northwestern is going to have a lot of high-profile games the rest of the year. They won't play deep into March. They may play teams that have a larger lineup. They won't play a lot of their bigs, or, you know, if you want to have a situation where you play a smaller lineup to try to speed the game up, it's an opportunity here in live action to try those lineups out.
Only 2 players stayed on the floor for both these teams. They were both for Northwestern. It was Jalen Langsey, the freshman, and Alex Van Kelsbeek, who will probably play a couple more minutes here down low, and then you'll probably see him out for the rest of the game. He's got 24. So keep an eye on that.
He also has 14 boards as well.
That one's off the mark. Kelsbeek gets his 15th. Another drive here. He goes up. That's 26.
Such an efficient scorer at the bucket. Does a good job with getting in position. And he's 7th on the school's illustrious scoring list in school history.
One of the best players in program history, one of the best players in the NAIA. Rebound stays with Bluefield. 3 ball off the mark. Rebound for Langsey.
He has a good shot. He just won't fall.
Rebound up. 28 points for Van Kelsbeek. I'm starting to see why he's still staying in. He season high of 30 points back on November 16th against Mount Marty, my apologies. He's got 28 here today.
As he just now checks out. I also got to be thinking about a situation. I had to, in my pregame research for the show, he's close to moving up that scoring list as well.
That one is good for Bluefield. Justin Wiggins got the bucket. That one is sent all the way down to Carter Van Helzen, and he puts it in.
He's a good-looking junior as well.
So Alex Van Kelsbeek, his career high in points is a school record. It's 52. That happened in last year against Midland. He scored 52 in that game, and the most field goals was he had 21 in that same game.
That's pretty good, right?
Extremely good. I started to look at it. I wanted to find some stuff out, see what was keeping him in the game. His season high is 30. Shot clock went off, but it hit off the rebound. It hit off the rim, so Bluefield gets the shot clock reset after regathering. But he has 28 today, thinking maybe going for a season high, which is 30 right now. I thought maybe he was getting close to a career high, and that's why, but of course that is way out there. And there's a 3-ball, a nice shot from Justin Wiggins.
He's got 12 in the afternoon, 5-11 floor. It's his second made 3, the lefty. Trying to get things done.
Leads this Bluefield team in points. Another drive. Bluefield now trying to pester, and this is going to be awarded to Bluefield after the kick. That is the junior Carter Van Hulsen, who is from Egerton, Minnesota. Got pestered in the lane, which is something that Bluefield's been trying to do but hasn't been able to. That was the first time really being successful.
Bluefield's done a nice job of moving their feet on the defensive end. Got some mismatches that they've been unable to match up with Northwestern, but Bluefield's done a nice job on the defensive end, staying in front of the offensive player.
There's an offensive foul.
Well, screen action. We talked about that in that last game, Matt. As a screener, is always the foul's called on the person setting the screen, but typically it's the person with the basketball of going too wide. You have to go off the shoulder of the screener to have an effective screen. If you go too wide, that screener's got to move to try to get back in the offense. The official will call it most of the time.
There's another drive. This one is Kason Bailey. He gets fouled, head to the line.
Bailey, the sophomore from Washington, Iowa.
Johnson's third personal foul. 11:21 left to go here in this second half of play. .40 advantage here for Northwestern. 68-28 is our score. Make it 69.
Bluefield coming to the game averaging almost 23 points attempts on the season. They're up to 24 this afternoon. Still trying to run their offense, so this is good.
Just nothing seems to be able to fall today for them. Again, I don't think we can stress enough how good the offense has looked in terms of getting open shots.
And getting exactly what Coach Morgan's drawing up, that's for sure.
You have to imagine as the season goes on, those shots are going to fall. Even as the game goes on, they keep finding them and taking them, but just, it's not their day, I guess, if anything.
The law of averages, right?
Right. There's another one that just misses. Northwestern gets it back, and on the other end, Northwestern seems to have everything being able to fall. A prime example there, quick offense and a quick shot.
Such a good job of pinning your defender underneath the basket, receiving the basketball, using the rim as a screener. He lays it in.
Wiggins tried to take a 3 just off the mark there. 10 minutes left to go. 3-ball up and in and out. That was Bailey who took the shot. Another wraparound. Picked up by Wiggins. Has to give it up for Young. Young goes in. There's a nice make. That's a great play from the freshman.
I like when they're young. He's shooting with a purpose. The stats are not going to look like he had played a good game, but he's playing very confidently right now.
Another 3 off the mark. That puts Bluefield at 30 for the game, which is just something you're not used to seeing from this team. They were able to put up 64 last night against Mobile. Bluefield drives. That one is a foul. It's going to be on Carter Van Hulsen. That's going to send Quintavious McKinney to the line for 2.
Coming the game averaging 12 points per ball game. Get the score this afternoon. He'll make the first one. He'll have one more.
Lane violation on Bluefield, which gives the ball back to Northwestern.
Getting in situations like this, sometimes it's hard to remain focused for both teams. A little lack of focus caused the lane violation.
That's the challenge now, is how are you going to continue to play your game here with a big lead if you're Northwestern? How are you going to work on your game if you're Bluefield? That's a nice move, and that is staying focused if you're Marcus Kelderman. You're going to see a lot of new faces here.
Yeah, Kelderman did a nice job getting from the right side of the rim to the left side and finished with the left. Very athletic move.
Kelderman is a transfer from Truman State. Listed as a junior and listed at 6'2" on the floor, running that guard position. Wiggins fakes a shot, gives it out to the corner, and there's this good defense here from Northwestern, not giving an inch. And Bluefield can't take anything. Luke Cover, coach's son in the game now. There's a drive put up, and Kelderman trying to find one off the glass. It's rebounded by Bluefield with 8 minutes left. Back down low, foul on the floor. Was on Kelderman.
Tyler Super's going to check back in for the Rams. Replace Wiggins.
Northwestern currently on a 41-10 run in the last 16:37 of game time. That shot just missed, but it stays in. Nobody was ready to get the help on the save by Justin Johnson. So Northwestern gets it back.
Nice hustle play by Justin's unable to, a teammate was unable to run it down.
Another cut play in, just missed and rolled off the rim from Nathan Cooley. Dribble picked up by Washington Thomas, has to give it back to Subert. Back out, Washington Thomas, 3-ball off the mark. Another drive, open look, just short. Rebound stays with Cover, and a foul called on DeAndre Miles.
Cover's first free throws opportunities of the season.
See how long he's been working in the gym with Dad here. Makes his first, so 100% shooter on the year.
Sometimes that can be a tough situation of
2 for 2.
Play your dad, but I think Coach Corver does such a good job of running this program, and Luke does such a good job being a part of the program.
When you have 25 years experience, a couple national titles to go with it, I think you have a knowledge of how to handle every situation that comes your way.
I agree with you, but also it takes, I think it's not only from the coaching situation, but from the player situation too. So you start thinking about Luke, who's coming in the program, and how does it affect their relationship as player and coach and as father and son? Sometimes you'll have people I've seen people who do it very successfully. They do have that separation. Once they leave the gymnasium, they're not talking basketball anymore. It's just about the son. But sometimes when these things start mixing, that's when players we need to separate things. I always want you to be dad. But You used to have some guys like Coach Corver who does such a good job, and he's been a part of all those different situations. It could be a very positive experience.
You think of some positive coaches like the Boeheims that have had their sons come through the program and be impact players.
Yeah, Coach Boeheim, he was the connection to Kentucky.
Yes.
It's an interesting one. His wife is from Middlesboro, Kentucky, which is just maybe an hour and a half from Kingsport, Tennessee.
It's Julie Boeheim.
Julie Boeheim.
Wonderful lady who has done so much for her home community as well as the Syracuse community. They still reside in Syracuse, if you would believe that, after he retired.
It's definitely, he's always been fun to watch, and the old school Syracuse teams, the Sherman Douglas and Ronnie Cycles, were always fun to watch. And who can't forget Carmelo Anthony as well.
Yeah, Melo. His son now. Tell you how old you might be.
Oh, yeah.
I feel old thinking about that.
Big time recruit.
It's Keon Anthony now going to Syracuse next year. Open 3 ball here for Tiggs, and he hits.
Nice job, the freshman from Iowa. He set his feet on that right wing, caught the basketball, and shot it in rhythm. That's the mark of a good shooter, of catching and shooting in rhythm versus catching, thinking to put a dribble down. That's where the term catch and shoot comes from.
There's a good shot, good look, and again off the mark. There's a 3 for Covert, misses off the mark. Rebound picked up by Northwestern. Now another drive here for Kelderman, and he goes up. He was contested, and he lays it in.
He's got a couple athletic finishes here in this second half. That young man's got a little spring to his step.
Transfer trying to fight for some more playing time here down the stretch, and certainly making a case to the coaching staff here today.
Yeah, it's easy to let the clock tick out. You're on the floor, that type of thing. But you're trying to show the coach that I have a little something. If you're in a situation you need me, you can count on me. And then also we're looking at guys who are going to stay focused in these type of games, because if you can't stay focused in this type of game, how are you going to stay focused in a 1-point ball game in March? Coach Morgan still coaching for Bluefield on the bench. He's up calling out plays, calling out defenses for his club.
You know, you look at it, it's a terrible feeling to lose a game like this and lose in this way. It's a terrible feeling when you lose any game. But what makes a team good is when you're in a game like this and your players are still going all out, playing hard, trying to make adjustments and get better. And that's what Bluefield has been doing here.
A lot of times they model their behavior they see, as Luke Corver on the right wing was the catch and shoot with a 3. But players will also model the behavior they see. They see their coaches up and coaching still, even in a 50-point ball game. They're going to play hard.
That's been the case. You know, what I would have loved to see today, I think what every Rams fan would have loved to see, is some more shots fall, because they were finding open looks just like that one for Caleb Morgan, the son of Coach Richard Morgan, getting a 3. So the Suns trade threes there.
Back-to-back buckets.
Here's an open look. That one going to bounce off the rim and out. It's going to stay with Northwestern here. But if you're the Rams faithful, if we see more shots fall today, this is a completely different game, I think.
I agree with you, because this, the latter part of the first half, this is about a 10-point ball game, and then Northwest went on that long run. Bluefield did a nice job of taking care of the basketball in the first half. They've only turned over 7 times today. There's some encouraging things to take away from this ball game.
I think they're learning that if they can be quick in getting into their offense once they get across half court, they can make open looks and make it really difficult for teams to stop them.
Yeah, that's a good point there. They definitely want to play up and down. They don't want to play at half-court offense. They've got to get easy buckets anytime they can. Northwestern done a good job today of limiting easy buckets for the Rams.
One of the things Coach Morgan said before the game is that shot is off the mark. Rebound is going to come over to the near side. He said they needed good shots. I would make the argument that they have found good shots all day long. Good ball movement here for Bluefield, trying to get it around the horn. Jump stop there. Floater just off. Doesn't have enough on it. Rebound goes to Northwestern. There's a hard foul down, and it's actually going to be an offensive foul here on Carter Van Hulsen.
Make sure that young man's okay. That's Justin Johnson stepping in, the graduate student taking the charge. You don't see too many people down 47 taking the charge with 3:27 to play. Nice job of being one of the leaders on this ball club. A graduate student, a transfer. Got a lot of young players in that Bluefield Ram program looking up to him. And he said, hey, you're down 47, we're still going to take charge. We're still going to play hard until the final whistle.
Another open three. That one just off on the sideline. Now baseline will stay with Bluefield. They'll have 15 seconds to work here on the shot clock. 3:13 left in the game.
John Taylor's going to make his first appearance for the Rams this afternoon. He'll replace Lanier Young.
Northwestern will bring it up. There's a nice drive after seeing the open lane, and that one falls out. It was Isaiah Curry. He was looking to pass it around, and then saw that the lane was wide open and took the drive instead.
Go a little the path of least resistance, right?
Still have plenty more action here in Conference Room B in the NAIA The Show tournament here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Yeah, we just saw one Mid-South team today in the Campbellsville Tigers. We'll see another one next in the Cumberland Patriots.
They're the number 9 team in the country. Lost yesterday to this Northwestern team.
Such a good ball game.
You got to call that.
Yeah, Gabe and we had the privilege of seeing that was the first game that we had of the day, the 2 o'clock game, the opening game of the show. It was actually the first game. You know, the tip off from Conference Room B was at 2:30, so that was the main tip. And you have the number 8 and number 9 teams in the country. That's what a way to open up this event.
Ken French, very intentional with how he made that schedule.
He's done this once or twice, hasn't he?
10 years of the show this year, a decade.
Then you have Ava Maria, the Gyrenes, who will be taking on the Patriots next, playing out of the Sun Conference. Actually, the preseason pick to win the Sun Conference.
Yep. And they're receiving votes right now in the top 25. 3 ball here, off the mark. Too much on it, 2 minutes left to go. I believe that game was scheduled for 1:15. First game went a little long. This game has certainly kept it moving. Another drive, cut play from the back, and an easy lay in here with 95 seconds left to go. Here's a quick drive. Another foul and one coming for Justin Wiggins.
Next couple games coming up for Northwestern will be Wednesday, December the 4th. They'll travel to Waldorf. Good friend of mine, Chad Gassman, is the athletic director of Waldorf. He's done a good job there for that program. And then December 11th, they'll be traveling to Receiving Votes Morningside as well. Bluefield will be returning back to AAC action December the 7th, take on Kentucky Christian. And then December the 7th, they'll host Tennessee Wesleyan.
There's another drive, follow through. That's a way to finish there. For Northwestern, everything going right here in this game. 87 total points. 3 ball, that one's good for Fields.
Very confident shooter, has the basketball. He looks to score every time he has it.
There's a double team. A little bit of pressure here as they work in the final minute on some disguises for those pressures they're going to need later in this conference season. There's a drive defensive foul. It was called on Justin Wiggins.
They're going to call offensive foul.
Oh, they are going to say that was an offensive foul.
It's a 5-on-5 there. 5 in white, 5 in blue.
You're right. Isaiah Curry actually gets charged with the foul. 39 seconds left, a chance to run the offense here. That one's off the mark. Shot clock off. They'll let this one run out. I don't know if you saw this over in the back, but Richard Morgan just tossed his water bottle up in the air. A little frustrated with the offense not putting together a good possession there for the last one.
Well, I think he also saw that the basketball kind of roll around and come out, and he's seen that quite a few times today. He's like,
they're going to hang on to this, let this clock run out, and Northwestern with a dominating performance against Bluefield, 87-42 here on SCSN, and we have to get ready for one of the top matchups here in the show today.
Yeah, definitely don't go anywhere, folks. The Gyrenes and the Patriots should be a good one coming up next.
You've been watching SCSN. This has been a presentation that is copyrighted by SCSN. Today's game will be archived inside of the app or platform where you viewed it and is available for replay. That's Gary Justice. I'm Matt Kibbe. We have Bruno and John as our crew here for this one. We'll be back in a few short minutes. We actually get 21 minutes between this game, which will be nice for us to get ready between the Cumberland and Ave Marie. We'll be right back here on SCSN, but this one is over. Northwestern takes it 87-42. You've been watching SCSN.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shrine Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shrine Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.